How did you get so good at this?
Visualization.
And what are you visualizing?
Oh, not what. Two. Lucy Coe.
When did you turn on Lucy?
I was never really a huge fan of her. I mean, she's a lot.
Yeah, no question. Did I ever tell about the time that she came to the PCPD locker room when I was getting out of the shower? She checked me out and then demanded that I sing at the nurses' ball.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about that. I tried to block it out, but now that you've reminded me, just another reason to visualize.
I don't buy it.
By what?
You've been coexisting with Lucy for years, at work and outside of it. I'm sure you're not personal friends, but you've always been cordial with each other. What changed?
She crossed the line with my grandmother. I get to Maxie's office, and there's Lucy, telling my grandmother that Luke may have been the love of her life, but that Laura was the love of his. And then she goes on to say that the reason my grandmother is alone is because she's unlovable. Have a little compassion, a little sympathy. If that's too much to ask, maybe a little basic tact. But no, not Lucy. She all but told my grandmother that she was grieving a man who never loved her, which is completely untrue.
And Tracy knows that. I doubt what Lucy said hit her anywhere near as hard as it hit you.
I disagree. My grandmother, she comes off tough, uncaring, even abrasive. But underneath it all, she's got a really soft heart. She's just trying to protect it. Oh, you wanna know the worst part?
There's worse.
The whole thing was a con. Lucy deliberately said those hurtful things to shine a spotlight on my grandmother's loneliness so that Scott Baldwin, of all people, could swoop in and romance her.
Yeah, but to what end?
If I had to guess, to trick my grandmother into marriage so she'd have to pay him off with her deception shares and get rid of him.
And then Scott would turn the shares back over to Lucy.
Despicable, right? Not that that plan ever would have worked. I mean, my grandmother saw through those two right from the start. But no one gets to do that to her without paying a price.
Except you.
It's a totally different concept. Lucy does not deserve deception. Maxie does. Besides, I'm only scheming within the family. Same thing my grandmother would do to me. Now that is what I'm talking about. Who'd you visualize?
Our building's super.
Lev? What'd that guy ever do to you?
He still hasn't fixed our radiator.
Come on, yeah, it's a little inconvenient.
Inconvenient? You used to walk around our apartment in next to nothing. Now you're constantly wearing sweats. Talk about frustrating.
Oh, poor baby. Well, maybe there's something I can do to change that.
You're gonna ditch the sweats?
No, and risk getting hypothermia in our own apartment? But we can go to bed earlier, spend more time there together, generate body heat.
Yeah, let's do that. Starting now.